Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm gonna make another recipe and this is gonna be my homemade dahi bade recipe. So this is not any knockoff from any recipe. This is my own recipe and my mom loves it, my family loves it, and today I'm gonna share it with you guys and most probably you're gonna love it too. Simple ingredients. All my recipes are really simple ingredients and you can find them at any grocery store. So we need some besan, also known as chana flour. So this is the one I'm using. Can they see it?
Yes.
So, but you're most welcome to use any kind of chana flour you like. It's more preferable if you use this one. And then I have some, I have one onion over here, one tomato over here. I just took the seeds out. And then we're going to be making this dish in yogurt, which I'll be showing you. Before that, we have to make these fried chana flour, you can say, dough balls.
Yeah, or pakoras you could say, or dahi bade.
Yeah, like that. And then we're gonna make that, but then first we have to make the filling, which I will be showing you right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a bowl. There we go. Right, and I'm gonna have my 1 cup of measurement. So I'm gonna be using 2 cups of this flour in here, and we're just gonna plop that in. I love this recipe. These are my favorite. You can have them with rice, you can have them with flat bread, you can have them with naan, you can have them with your roti. It's just amazing. You can have it with anything you like. And so just eyeball it if you like. So this is 1 cup. In you go. And there's a little bit left over. So I'm just gonna take all of this out. So this is just gonna make my 1 cup measurement. Yeah. They see how household we eyeball everything. But for your sake, I'm gonna do it in measurements. So I'm gonna use 1 more cup of chana flour, and that should be good. That'll be good. So I'm just gonna just like that, plop that in. So I have that in. Just put this in here. All right. Okay, so this is in there now. What else do we need? So we're gonna be using, so now I'm gonna be putting in my spices, which is some special kind of spices that I use. You can find them anywhere. So I'm just grabbing those at the moment. Okay, so I have my measuring spoons over here. I'm gonna use half a tablespoon of pepper. So I'm gonna be adding a little bit of this. Just half a teaspoon. Sorry, half a teaspoon. have black salt over here, so I'm gonna be adding that in as well. Half a teaspoon as well. Just a little bit more. You're most welcome to play around with these measurements based on how your taste buds work and how spicy you like it to be. So my favorite, since I can't make the measuring spoons go in here, so I'm just gonna use the spoon that I already have here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of garam masala powder, just about that much. I'm gonna go in there, maybe a little bit more, like that. So that's good. So after that, okay, we're done with this part. Now I'm gonna be adding baking soda. So 2 teaspoons of that, and you want to make sure that it's leveled. I'm just gonna use my fingers. You can use a leveler if you like. So just like that, pop that in. One more. Pop that in as well. Like that. Now I'm gonna be using my handy dandy spatula. Love this thing. And I'm gonna stir all my ingredients in there like so. So it should look something like that now. Make sure you have all the spices blended in nice and well.
Well incorporated?
Yes. Like that. Now I'm going to be making this into a paste. And I'm going to be starting off with 1 cup. So the one I used to measure out my flour with. I'm going to be filling this up with warm boiling water. Helps it just make the paste really well. So I'm just going to be grabbing that. This is a water boiler, by the way. I'm just going to be using that. And I'm going to be slowly adding this, not all at once, because you don't want it to be too much of a paste and it's just hard to fry it. Pour in the water gradually as I make my paste. You just want to stir as you go along, like so. Like that. So now by the looks of it, I'm gonna add all of it in. And give this a good stir. Mix. So we're getting there a little bit. I'm gonna keep stirring and seeing how this is looking. Oops, got some on my fingers. Don't worry guys, my fingers are clean. Okay, yeah, so not yet. This is a bit too thick. Yeah, so we're gonna just add a little bit of water. We're almost done. So I'm just gonna take the same 1 cup measurement, add a little bit more warm water. So you shouldn't be seeing any flour or any powder left over, meaning you want to just incorporate like so to be able to drop into the oil and fry. You don't want it to be too liquidy, then it won't settle in the oil and we won't get those pakora type configuration. It almost looks like pakore, but you're not gonna put any onions or anything in there. Any potatoes. Now onto the oil. So you want to get a pan. You can get any pan you like. I have this at home, so I'm using this one. You just pour in oil. You can use any oil also you like. I'm using canola oil. And okay, don't use olive oil. My mom's sending me signals from far sake. Don't use olive oil. Okay, so don't use olive oil. Just go with the canola oil.
So currently we're cutting up the onions. We just cut up some tomatoes.
For the garnishing part, as our batter, actual batter is setting. And this is what happens when you cut onions, guys. So I've done cutting my tomatoes. I'm cutting them in like cube form like that for my garnishing. Okay, it's almost done. Guys, this is hard work. I have tears in my eyes. You guys should appreciate this. I'm crying to make this video.
That's what happened, guys, when you cut onions.
Yeah. It's like you have this depressing movie scene going on. I swear, guys, I'm crying because of the onions right now. Okay, so this is how I first cut the onion in half, and then I cut it even into more halves, lengthwise. And then I go about doing like this. This is how I do it. And this method actually looks very nice on the dahi bade. Look at that. Such nice cubes that you can get. That's sick. Right there. Okay. After a million tears later, we're back. Right now, I'm letting the batter sit, not for 15 minutes, as long as you can. We're gonna let it sit for 30 minutes. The more it sits, the more better it's gonna fry, right? Also, I added a little bit more water. So you wanna get this kind of consistency that the batter should drop out of the spoon like that.
So actually saying it should just slide off the spoon.
Yeah.
So it's easier frying.
Yeah. And if you're not feeling like you're getting this, then you have to keep adding water until you get to this consistency. It just plops into the oil like so. Okay, while that's setting, I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit more, minimum 30, more even better, right? Okay, so I have cut my garnishing onion and tomatoes. So now I'm going to make the yogurt, right? So I'm using, well, you guys can use any kind of yogurt you like. It could be flavored. Go for it. I'm going to be using my mom's homemade yogurt, which is honestly the best thing ever. So I'm going to be using that. Makes the recipes really nice. I'm going to be using the same measuring cup as I've used to take out my chana flour. So I'm going to keep pouring this into the bowl until I'm happy with how much yogurt I need. Also with the yogurt, it's up to you how much yogurt you want to use, but you want to use that much yogurt where you can comfortably coat the balls in, the chana flour balls in. I'm just going to call it that. Okay, so you want to have the thick part. We call it the malai. And I'm just gonna pour that in here. So we're gonna create a thin layer first, which I'll be doing right now, and then we'll cook the balls. We'll put the balls in, and then we'll cover it again with yogurt on the top, right? So those are 2 cups of yogurt. This is my 3rd cup. Right? So now I'm gonna put this on the side, and a whisk would be really good, but I don't have a whisk on me right now. So I'm just going to use my spatula, handy dandy spatula, and try to whisk this by hand, like so. Get the lumps out of the yogurt. You want to whisk? Oh, we have a whisk. Look at that.
Yeah, it just magically appeared out of nowhere, guys. So now we have a whisk.
The cameraman just found the whisk. Oh my gosh, it was lying around here somewhere. Have the stuff. Look, this is my house and I don't even know what we have in our house. It might be thin on the outside. It might be tiny. My kitchen might be tiny on the outside, but it's actually very big. You don't know what you find in this kitchen. Oh my god, it's so much better to do with a whisk. So you want to whisk until you have all the lumps out. It just makes the, you know, the appearance of the dahi bade really nice. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. But it's better you do it. So you all should just do it. Okay, my mom's just screaming over there. She's like, don't do it too much. So don't whisk too much. Okay guys, just enough. Until you cannot see anymore. The cameraman's laughing at me too. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. But hopefully this works out. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of 2% milk. Fat milk. You can use any milk you like. And just plop that in there. Because I feel like sometimes the yogurt just curds up if you leave it out for a bit. So this will keep the yogurt liquidy. So just a little bit. Like that. Until it's like, it's almost like milk yogurt. Yogurt milkshake, kind of, you can say. Okay, that looks good. Not a lot of people like doing this, but I like doing this and I feel like this adds a lot of flavor to the yogurt. And I'll definitely recommend it. So I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon. I just dropped my measuring spoons. Okay, so I'm just gonna use 1 tablespoon of sugar in here. Half a tablespoon. And 1/4 tablespoon more. That's it. Not gonna add too much in. And I'm gonna whisk that in.
All nice and incorporated. You can see there's no lumps.
Yep, exactly. So there's something called the dahi bade masala that you can get from any of your desi stores, or even the supermarket now has dahi bade masala. You'll find it anywhere. That's recommended to use in here, but we do not have it, which is a good thing because I'm going to show you another way to make the same thing, right? You can use chaat masala, you can use fruit chaat masala, you know, go wild. We don't have anything, so we're gonna be using garam masala a little bit on top at the end. Sorry? Black pepper. And black pepper. My mom's like, use that. And black pepper on top. See, we're a team here. But I promise you, this is mostly my recipe. And okay, so let's go back to the batter. This is how the batter is looking like. Look at that. It's nice and creamy and paste-like, and look at that beautiful consistency. That's why you leave it on the side, right? Now we're ready to fry these, this beautifulness over here. I'm gonna just turn the stove off, make sure no plastic is near the stove. Just put this on the side, right? So the yogurt's ready. You can add salt in here, your preference. We're not gonna add salt because I feel like the yogurt's already very salty, so not gonna add any salt. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the stove on, and I'll let this oil heat up and I'll see you back. Welcome back. So we're ready to fry the dough balls, and I'm gonna be using an ice cream scoop. Honestly, this is the best thing ever. This is gonna save lives, guys. I'm telling you, this is gonna save lives, and I think I'm the only one that's doing this. So I have figured out the secret of awesomeness on how to make this, and you all have to try it. Okay, so we're just gonna take all this batter. You're most probably gonna use all the
Yes, so we're gonna use all the batter.
yeah. So, and if you feel like your stove is too hot or something or warm, you can just turn down the heat. I'm gonna put my stove on to medium. I think it's a lot. It's just flaming hot oil, so we don't want to burn the dough balls, right? Obviously, if you feel like this recipe is too less for you, then you're most welcome to double everything in here and make more dough balls. But we're just gonna make these many. This is how it should look like, since this has a lot of flour in there, so you want to make sure you let it cook so the inside cooks well. So more darker than golden brown. And then I'm just gonna put it in here in my dish that's ready. So I'm draining all the oil out first. Oh, just be careful, the oil's hot. Getting everything up. That's good. Put this on the side. Turn my stove off. Now I have some water over here. This is just plain water. You can use like tap water. So it's like warm, not too warm, not too cold, temperatured water.
So I would say lukewarm.
Yeah, there we go. Lukewarm water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plop as many as I can in this water bath, and then I'm gonna drain all the oil out with my palms of my hands, just like squeeze it out, and then I'm gonna make a layer on top of the yogurt that I prepared. Oh, and just to I just forgot to mention, so I seasoned the yogurt a little bit with pepper. Just eyeballed it. I just eyeballed the pepper. So I just sprinkle a little bit of pepper, some garam masala, and so I just seasoned it with this stuff. Now I'm gonna put the dahi bade in here, like so. Make sure I can just make sure they soak nice and well in there, like that, right? Like that. And you want to just press it in the water. And I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna squish all the oil out like that, and I'm just gonna put it on top of the yogurt base. Just play around with it. So this should drain out all the oil and the water. Now we know it's cooked. It should look like that from the inside.
As you can see, the watercolor is changing, so we know we're doing something.
We're doing something right or what?
Yeah, we're doing something right.
Okay. I'm gonna cry if this doesn't end up good. Don't worry, guys. This is a foolproof recipe. It's gonna work out. You guys are gonna love the recipe. We also noticed that maybe the scoop, it was a brilliant idea, but I feel like the scoop made the dough balls like really huge. And it's better that you make them not as huge, right? So maybe a spoon was better, like a teaspoon.
So incorporating the dahi bade or the dough balls in water is a very important step in the recipe. And flattening them, making sure you get all the excess oil out is a good tip. And then you add them into the yogurt.
Yep, what the cameraman just said. Couldn't have said it better. AKA my brother. I'm just sad. I thought I discovered something with the ice cream scoop today, but oh no, maybe not. But it's okay. If you still want to use my method, you're most welcome to be honest.
But I guess it makes the perfect shape for the dough balls.
Yeah, it does. Okay. We're done with this step, as you can see. Now I'm just getting into a mess.
Making sure you clean up your workstation.
There's like splashes of yogurt on the wall. Okay.
Yes.
We're good. I'm gonna rinse my hands again.
We all make a mess when we're having fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
You gotta listen to the cameraman. Okay. Now I have this cut out already, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a layer on top like so. I'm gonna take the remaining yogurt that I have on the side over here. I whisk, and I'm just gonna whisk it in here like this. Just whisk, whisk, whisk. Yes, I'm too lazy to get another bowl, so I'm just gonna do it in here. Yeah, so nice. You guys can see better. There we go. Like that. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of milk, like I mentioned before. That's good. Nice. Oh my god, they smell so good. Can you smell that?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish
they
you guys
smell
can
amazing.
smell that. It's amazing. Okay. Now I'm gonna be seasoning it with a little bit of pepper. Eyeball it. You guys don't need any measuring spoons for this. Anybody can eyeball this. Your preference again. And some garam masala powder. And mix my contents nice and well. Add a little bit of sugar, white sugar.
We all love sugar.
Yeah, we gotta love our sugar. Just eyeball that in there as well. I feel like sugar and yogurt just adds a very nice, rich flavor. Makes the yogurt less sour, because some individuals, they don't like to, because homemade yogurt, it can be a bit sour. After this part, I'm just gonna drizzle this on top of my layer like so. Make sure I get all of that yogurt out. Make sure I coat the dough nice and well, because this yogurt is actually what's gonna soften up the dough balls in there, the chana flour balls. And now I'm going to garnish this with the remaining garnish that I left over. Just gonna sprinkle this on top like so. You're most welcome to drizzle it with any sauce you like. I will be using tzatziki sauce. Is it the yeah?
Tzatziki sauce.
Yeah, and some tomato ketchup on top. It adds a lot of richness and flavor to the yogurt as well.
So you can see it's well garnished. It looks really pretty. So this is the look you should go for.
I'm just gonna add some parsley as well
Yes.
to give it some green flavor. Sorry, green color. I'm gonna be adding this one. You can get it from, well, I got this from Walmart. You should be able to find it anywhere as well. It's really good. And then I'm just gonna drizzle this on top like so, in this configuration, like that. And then I'm gonna use some tomato ketchup on top, like that. And there you have it. That's all really to it. Hopefully you like this video. Subscribe, like, share this video. I enjoyed making this recipe, like all recipes. And keep smiling. See you in the next one. Bye.